What does it take to change the world? To create products that redefine industries and shape culture. Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson is more than a biography. It's a study in vision, obsession, and the art of turning imagination into reality. Commissioned by Jobs himself, the book is based on over 40 interviews with him and more than 100 with family, friends, rivals, and colleagues. The result is an unfiltered, honest portrait of one of the most influential innovators of our time. The first lesson from Steve Jobs is the power of vision. Jobs didn't just want to make computers. He wanted to change how people interacted with technology. From the Apple II to the iPhone, his goal was always to create tools that felt magical, simple, and human. He believed technology should serve beauty, creativity, and emotion, not just function. That vision, combining technology with art, became Apple's defining philosophy. The second lesson is obsession with design and detail. Jobs was relentless about perfection. He cared about every pixel, every screw, every user experience, even the parts customers would never see. He famously rejected prototypes that weren't insanely great. For Jobs, design wasn't just decoration, it was the product itself. His obsession with simplicity and elegance gave birth to Apple's minimalist aesthetic, clean lines, intuitive interfaces, and products that felt effortless to use. The third lesson is the power of focus. When Jobs returned to Apple in 1997 after being fired 12 years earlier, the company was near collapse, producing dozens of mediocre products. He slashed the lineup to just 4, one for consumers, one for professionals, one desktop, one portable. That ruthless focus allowed Apple to pour its energy into a few world-changing ideas: the iMac, iPod, iPhone, and iPad. His mantra was clear: deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. The fourth lesson is about the intersection of technology and liberal arts. Jobs believed that the greatest innovations happen when technology meets art, humanities, and human emotion. He famously said, "It's in Apple's DNA that technology alone is not enough. It's technology married with the liberal arts, married with the humanities, that yields the results that make our hearts sing." This belief explains why Apple products weren't just useful, they were beautiful, intuitive, and emotionally resonant. The fifth lesson is embracing reality distortion. Jobs had an uncanny ability to bend reality to convince people to do what seemed impossible. Engineers who thought something couldn't be done found themselves achieving it under his pressure. His reality distortion field wasn't manipulation for its own sake. It was a form of faith, a belief that limits could be transcended through vision and persistence. This trait inspired greatness, but also caused frustration and burnout among those around him. The sixth lesson is resilience. Jobs faced devastating setbacks being ousted from Apple, public failures with the NXT computer, and the struggles of Pixar's early years. Yet each failure became fuel. Pixar went on to revolutionize animation, and his return to Apple sparked one of the greatest corporate turnarounds in history. His journey reminds us that true innovators use failure not as an ending, but as a stepping stone to reinvention. The seventh lesson is end-to-end control. Jobs believed that great user experiences come from controlling the entire ecosystem: hardware, software, and even retail. This approach defied the open systems of Microsoft and others, but it allowed Apple to ensure seamless integration. The result was a level of polish and harmony that competitors couldn't match. Jobs once said, "People who are really serious about software should make their own hardware." The eighth lesson is about simplicity. Jobs' design philosophy was guided by a Zen-like belief: simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simplicity doesn't mean removing features. It means reducing complexity until the essence of the product shines through. Every Apple launch reflected this clarity: intuitive interfaces, minimalist aesthetics, and experiences that just worked. The ninth lesson is the courage to think differently. Jobs encouraged rebellion against mediocrity. Apple's 1997 Think Different campaign captured his philosophy perfectly, honoring the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, people who see the world differently. He wanted Apple to embody that spirit, not through slogans, but through products that genuinely challenge the status quo. The 10th lesson is legacy through impact. Jobs' success was never about money or fame. It was about making a dent in the universe. He wanted to leave behind products that outlived him, innovations that inspired the next generation. In his final years, as he battled cancer, he continued to work obsessively on the iPhone, the iPad, and even Apple's future retail design, because he believed in creating something timeless. So how do we apply Steve Jobs today? First, embrace vision. Think beyond products, think about meaning. Ask not just what you're building, but why it matters. Second, pursue excellence. Care deeply about the details. Third, focus relentlessly. Say no to distractions and pour your energy into what truly matters. Fourth, merge disciplines. Don't separate art and technology, creativity and logic, bring them together. Fifth, challenge limits. Use your own reality distortion field to push yourself and your team beyond what seems possible. Sixth, learn from setbacks. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Seventh, design experiences, not just products. Think end to end. Eighth, simplify. Strip away everything non-essential. Ninth, stay rebellious. Don't imitate, innovate. 10th, build a legacy. Focus on impact, not recognition. Modern relevance couldn't be clearer. Jobs' principles continue to shape industries today. Every company trying to blend design and technology, every entrepreneur seeking to build something meaningful, every creative who wants to connect with human emotion, they all trace roots to Jobs' philosophy. His influence extends far beyond Apple. It's a mindset about excellence, courage, and human-centered innovation. His story also offers a powerful human lesson. Jobs was not perfect. He could be demanding, harsh, and inconsistent. He clashed with colleagues, ignored advice, and sometimes let ego drive decisions. But he also had extraordinary passion and intuition. Isaacson's biography doesn't glorify Jobs, it humanizes him. It shows how brilliance and imperfection coexist, and how greatness often requires intensity few can sustain. Perhaps the most powerful lesson from Steve Jobs is that true innovation requires heart. Technology alone doesn't change the world. Emotion does. Jobs' genius was not just in what he built, but in how he made people feel. Every Apple product, from the Macintosh to the iPhone, was infused with emotion, simplicity, and soul. The big takeaway from Steve Jobs is this: to create something truly revolutionary, combine vision with obsession, courage with craft, and technology with humanity. Greatness isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters, beautifully. That was Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson, broken down into its most powerful lessons in under 10 minutes. Which part of his legacy resonates most with you? His obsession with detail, his vision for design, or his belief in thinking differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, make sure to like this video, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of life-changing books. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay hungry, stay foolish.